Messier cuts in, still with the puck. Nice pass to Zubov. Zubov feeds Link. Link scores! The waiting is over. The New York Rangers are the Stanley Cup champions. And this one will last a lifetime.
You're listening to the Two Guys, One Cup podcast with your hosts, Sean and Ron.
Well, here we are. The free agent frenzy is underway. We've seen an insane amount of movement today. This was the day that we have all been looking forward to for the last several weeks and months, and some of us even a couple of years. And it's finally here. Chris Drury has officially put his entire stamp on this team, as the Rangers made a total of 7 moves today? 8 moves?
Yeah.
Can't remember the last time a roster was turned over this much on July 1st. And here we are. Yeah, we've signed, like 2019, we signed a whole bunch of our, rookies, like Igor signed, like all, the Russia with love, all came over at the same time.
On July 1st.
Yeah, July 1st, signing day. This is this has been special. It's been unique. And I'm sure we both have completely different views on the day. So, Rock, how are you? How did you spend your day? Let's hear how you got your news today.
So, unfortunately, my plan was we were going to do a show with you, which I'm kind of glad we didn't, because obviously we would have been on for 8 hours. So what happened was the girls had some friends over. Thought it was supposed to be a girls' thing. I was going to get to sit on the bed or in the living room and digest all this stuff. Told my wife, I go, this is great. You guys do your thing. Well, that didn't happen. She wound up inviting other friends over. So it turned into a big pool thing and friends from school. And I'm now getting all my information. And just as the trade with Vancouver comes down, or when I sent you the link, that's
right.
when I had to go outside and all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
So of course unfortunately didn't get to see everything in real time. So I'm not really sure. I was reading and trying to catch up with stuff and get these kids to bed, and so we can get on the show with you. So I did read some stuff, and that's pretty much how my afternoon went. The old days would have been me with a laptop, a phone,
right,
the TV. I would have had everything set up, and that was my day. But unfortunately, that didn't work out. So I'm not sure. I know you were taking meetings. You were doing your thing. You were kind of all over the place, too.
I was in Jersey all day today, driving.
Yeah. So we all, unfortunately, the days of us sitting in front of the computer hanging out, and I used to take the day off from work.
If this was yesterday, I would have been on
doing that
all day.
when I stopped doing that. The off season, they signed Nemestikov and Jack Johnson.
Okay.
I'm not taking the day off anymore for this shit.
Right.
But today was a lot of moves.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that for now.
So let's get into each one here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up all the Ranger transactions.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this was a busy day. So
we'll
first,
this, and then I do want to talk about draft night. More
the
moves on draft night, opposed to the players, because we don't really know the guys.
Right. We definitely have a lot to get to.
Yeah.
So the first move of the day, the first substantial move of the day, was signing Oliver Bjorkstrand, which to me was, we talked about this earlier, where the buy low, someone with high upside type of deals was something we were going to look at. We talked about Patrick Laine being somebody that we would look at.
Still out there.
He is still out there, and I'm sure the Rangers have turned over every rock, and they've every single player that we've talked about, they've talked about.
Right.
Does Laine fit? What is Sullivan's got to coach whoever they bring in also. Is Laine that much of a pain in the ass?
Opinion on him. Keep going.
What? With Sullivan?
Yeah, I'm not happy with him.
Well,
keep going. Well, we're going to get into it. So
yeah.
Finish your thought.
So obviously they settle on Bjorkstrand as the guy that they want to go after. Now, Bjorkstrand you want to talk about someone who's been just consistent their entire career. The guy has 20 to 25, 26 goals
on bad teams
every year.
On bad
Not
teams.
on bad teams. He's been to the playoffs 6 out of his 10 years in the league.
And he played with Columbus and Seattle. Those are bad fucking teams.
They weren't bad when he was with them in the playoffs.
Bad teams.
Playoffs.
Bad teams.
60% of his career has been spent
Losers.
in the playoffs.
Another loser. Another losing team. Losing teams.
Okay.
What Winnipeg was great too for how many years, and Roslovic still sunk. Doesn't matter.
Roslovic wasn't really good with them either.
Keep going.
So the guy's consistently 20 goals. He goes to Tampa. Last year was his first full year with Tampa, and he had a very unique season in that he only scored 12 goals. Now, he was hurt. He played on a third line. He got some time on a second line, and by the playoffs, I don't know if it's because of injury, whatever, he was on the fourth line. Here's the unique part of his season. He scored 12 goals. Only 3 of them were at even strength, which is an anomaly because he usually doesn't score a lot. He doesn't score a lot on the power play. He's always been a 5-on-5 producer.
Okay.
He had more goals than Kucherov on the power play this year for Tampa. He led the team forward-wise because Radish had 10 on the power play. So he had 9 power play goals this season, which led all of Tampa's forwards on the power play. So the offense is still there, and that's what they're bringing him in to do. Again, I didn't do a whole deep dive into what his injury was, how much time did he miss, how much did it hamper him. I'm sure I could go back and look at beat writers and probably, DM a beat writer from Tampa.
It's not worth it.
I'm curious. I'm curious to know because the back of his hockey card tells me this guy's going to put up 20 goals if he's healthy this year. I don't see him being brought in to play on a fourth line.
80 games last year, Sean.
Okay. I read that he was hurt. So again, I don't know if he was JT Miller where he played
minus 14 on a number 1 team.
Okay.
Minus 14.
1-year contract, $4.5 million
with a 15 team, no movement clause, by the way, which was they just read.
It's 1 year. It's 1 year.
Fine. Sean, he's not a top 6 guy.
No one's playing him in the top 6.
Well, he's playing in a play on the top 6 on this team.
He's not gonna.
Want to make a bet?
I'll be so surprised.
Want to make a bet? He's not playing in the top 6.
I'll be very shocked if he's in the top 6. I don't see it.
Again, we didn't need a third liner either.
Well, we'll see.
A top 6 guy, not another third line player.
So who were you signing that was going to play?
Sign
in the top
nobody.
6?
Sign nobody.
Why? So then how does that make us better?
Need to spend the money for?
Then how does that make?
Fine.
Is it your money?
If somebody shakes loose, why are you so desperate to sign somebody on day 1?
I like the fact that they went after someone who has the ability to put in 20 goals every single year.
This is Riley Stiff all over again.
No, it's not Riley Stiff.
I bet you $1 million right now, $1 to my million to your dollar, that this guy puts up the same fucking numbers as Riley Stiff. Guaranteed. Players don't get better after 30. I don't know what planet we live on. He's 31 years old. He's going to get better?
No, he's going to put up his normal year.
The Rangers after a down season and have gotten better, other than Michael Grabner.
Benoit Pouliot.
How old is Pouliot when he came to the Rangers? He wasn't 31.
27.
There you go. That's the difference.
Okay. And we move on.
If Pouliot was on the third line, and Pouliot was on the third line. He played with Brassard
I think he's going to play this year.
Line. So that means Cooley's on the second line again, where we already said he isn't good.
We're not done.
They're not done?
I don't think so.
They're done.
I don't think so.
How? Where they're going to trade Braden Schneider now?
You don't know that. How do you know that?
Well, who's going to play on the right side? Brandon Morrow? Sorry, Scott Morrow? That's me. That's how shitty he is. I don't even want to remember his fucking name. I'd rather Brandon Morrow be our third pair shot defenseman, right shot defenseman. I'm sorry. Drury didn't talk to the media yet, so finish.
You hate Schneider too.
No, I don't hate Schneider. I'm fine with Schneider being here. Being here. I don't have a problem with Schneider being here.
So next guy on the list was Joe Veleno, which Joe Veleno is very interesting. For guys who are just going to look in the fact, he had 2 goals last year or whatever it was. This is a kid who was supposed to be a top 5 pick when he was drafted. He fell in the draft to the end of the first round. Mm-hmm. He can fly. He's very fast.
Great on
size.
Great
on faceoffs.
51% last year. I'm fine with that.
He fits the fourth line. The thing that basically the entire NHL world is waiting for is his offense to eventually kick in. Now he's had for the amount of ice time and the roles that he's gotten in the NHL, mm-hmm. he has scored like in 24.
In 24, I have his numbers right
12
here.
goals, 28
12
points.
goals, 16 assists. Right. You have it up there too. And he was actually played a full season. The guy has not played 80 games since that year. This could be,
Right,
this
like
could be a
56,
Sam Carrick type move
right?
where you kind of unlock something.
And it's $1 million for 1 year. If it doesn't work, he
26
gets
years
buried.
old.
Right.
Exactly. He's a Yuso Parsonen buried contract. No
It's
harm,
not
no
a-
foul. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with taking a flyer on a 26-year-old center who actually has some kind, can kill penalties, win faceoffs, and is playing on your fourth line. I'm good with that.
Now let's
I'm
get
sorry,
to
I didn't mean
what.
to jump on you. If I jumped on you, I apologize.
No.
If you
Okay.
wanted to say something else about that.
So
About
now,
him.
oh, Jeffrey Fortgang joining us. What's up, Jeff?
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I just saw him. Oh, that's
There he
He's
is.
not happy about it either.
No, he's definitely in your camp way more than mine.
He's
Let's
on a
get to the-
different camp. But he's on a
Here's the
different
one-
camp. He wants a young player. to
Here's
play.
the one where on Twitter all day long I saw the most vitriol, the most what the fuck are they doing?
Here we
And
go.
that's Jonas Corposalo. That's the
Oh,
goalie.
Okay.
No.
You're going
I
with that.
saw the things that I saw slung at this man.
Well,
Can I get to why I like it?
yeah.
And then
I'm
you-
going to tell you why. What my opinion of it was.
So Igor's missed a month just about every season.
Mhm.
Every season he has had one injury where he loses an entire month. And it's been up to whoever the backup is, whether it's been Quick. We had Louis Domingue for a spell. Who else did we have in the last 3 years that would come up and be the third goalie when Quick had to become the starter? Keith Kincaid. So, and obviously it didn't work last year with Spencer Martin, and it cost us any chance of making the playoffs, and it caused the season to spiral out of control.
Mhm.
Now, Igor's now 30. So if he's missed a month every single season, the odds of him missing a month are pretty fucking high again.
Mhm.
And to throw that all on Dylan Garand, now here's what I've heard about Dylan Garand. They signed him to the 2-year deal. They have to expose him to waivers if he goes down.
Right.
If there's a team going into their preseason camp who doesn't have their two goalie situation already figured out, that they're claiming Dylan Garand, then that's a disservice. Every team's going to have their goalies figured out before this happens.
Yeah.
Very rarely, like if Dylan Garand gets waived, there's no team that's sitting there salivating saying, "Gotta claim that guy." I'll take the time after the show or tomorrow to actually go through and see
The Islanders, I
everyone's
remember
goalie
one
situation.
year, the Islanders claimed JF Berube, who was a high goalie prospect, and they went with 3 goaltenders for a while. You remember that? That's the only time I can honestly remember that. Remember what I'm talking about?
Yes, but it rarely.
Yeah, it rarely happens.
Listen, anything can happen, but I don't think that they were comfortable hinging their season. They're making this investment, which we're going to get to the next 2 moves later, and on top of what they did on draft night,
Mhm.
they're making a big investment into this team to make the playoffs this year. And if Igor goes down for any amount of time,
Right.
to just hand a 24-year-old who has 3 NHL starts. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, Garand looked fine when he came up last year, but I think he only played 3 or 4 games. This is not like he played.
The team was already eliminated.
This is not like, when Hank got hurt and Cam Talbot came in and played for 2 months.
Yeah.
All right, you kind of knew what you had a little bit. Korpisalo can start on 10 teams in this league.
Right.
So,
Edmonton wanted him.
So you're paying him $3 million to be your backup. He's an insurance policy. Also, it allows Sullivan to not feel like he has to play Igor 4 out of every 5 games. Maybe he could play 3 out of every 4 instead of 4 out of every 5, or 2 out of every 3. Take the onus off a little bit instead of having him, have to play so goddamn much and expose him to injury.
Yeah.
So that's part of it.
I'm all right with it. I don't like the salary, but I guess under the circumstances and the cap and everything else, I mean, listen, if Garand beats him out, Garand beats him out. I mean, that's what it is. But I mean,
then you expose Korpisalo to waivers.
And you're gonna be on the hook for $2 million. But obviously, you know what? It is what it is. I mean, I don't think it really matters at this point. I agree with you. I mean, I don't love it, but it also gives Garand a little bit of incentive to be like, you know what? I don't have this job. I need to put the work in. I need to get going here, because he was not good in preseason last year, if you remember.
No, I remember that.
Terrible in preseason.
Yes. And
But we've also seen a lot of goalies. We saw Jonathan Quick, his first preseason, he was awful. Briron was awful his first preseason. Talbot was bad in preseason. So
can
I
we
know
be honest? I think it's Korpisalo's job. I don't think they make this move and they're willing to.
No, not for a guy that has 2 years left.
Yeah, he's got $6 million. They're going to pay him $6 million. Yeah. He's unless he gets hurt.
Yeah.
Or gives up 9 goals in the first preseason game.
Yeah.
Like this isn't an open competition. They could phrase it that way to not, to give Garand the incentive to bust his ass.
Kind of fucked up in some ways, though, Sean.
But hey, this is the business of what it is. He's still only 24.
I know. I think he
saw Devin Levi get traded today to Edmonton, and then Edmonton turns around and signs Freddie Anderson 2 minutes later.
Yeah. Then they still have Tristan Jarry too, right?
Yeah.
Wow. That's You're
so
right.
Then,
we did sign Mario Ferraro. Thank God. But
yes.
we got other two other stiffs, so it doesn't matter. So keep going. Who's next?
All right, then we get to basically what I call the 3-team trade of the day, because this whole swap to me feels like, and I'm gonna get to Trocheck last because to me that has the most significance.
Yeah, because I want your.
I've never been a Marcus Pettersson fan.
No.
So I'm not going to be a hypocrite and come out and
not
say I am jacked about it.
Me neither.
Here's the thing. He is an upgrade from what we've had. And that's the truth. He does skate. He is a pain in the ass pest. He takes some bad penalties because he is constantly draped on people.
Mm-hmm.
Now that has its, that works sometimes also. You get away with a lot of shit. But it's not like he gets beat and drapes on you. He's just a nonstop, high energy, high motor, pain in the ass to play against. When he was on Pittsburgh, I mean, he in that playoff series, if I remember correctly, he took 2 really bad penalties.
Great, right in.
Yeah. He was 25 at the time, but Sullivan had him for 7 years, and obviously Sullivan is the one who's saying that this is a guy I want to bring back. Yes, Robert Dobak. I know you don't like giving up a first-round pick, but you have to.
Drury won't be here, Robbie. Drury will not be here. Mark my words. When that pick is made, he will not be here. He does not give a flying fuck about a pick in 2030.
But you have to put this all in context.
This is about a dick measuring contest with Sullivan getting his guys here. Yes, it fucking is. Because Connor Sheary played all of last year when he shouldn't have. This is fucking
Connor
Sullivan
Sheary today. Connor Sheary is a Buffalo Sabre.
No, my point is, this is a Sullivan acquisition that we are going to be saddled with for 5 fucking years. When he's gone, we're still going to be dealing with this guy.
Cares? We were going to be dealing with Will Borgen then.
I'd rather Borgen.
No, we needed a left shot.
Why did you need a left shot?
Because it didn't work last year having Schneider and Borgen, one of them playing on their offside. It didn't work.
Oh, so you're telling me Schneider? Well, everyone thinks Dreezy, whatever the hell his name is, Snoozy, is going to be playing on the second pair. So you still get Braden Schneider on your third pair. So nothing changed.
But righties are on the right side and lefties are on the left side. It's a balanced defensive core now.
I know that, but it's still Borgen could have moved down to 3 and Schneider could have moved up to 2. Right? So what's the difference?
We're stronger this way. Oh, we're much stronger today than we were last year now on defense. So the Pettersson move makes sense in the fact of Borgen being moved out. So the difference in money is $1 million. So they are paying Pettersson $1 million more than they were paying Borgen.
Correct.
They protect. So this 2030 first round pick is top 10 protected. So if they suck 5 years from now or 4 years from now or 3 years.
At this rate, they probably will.
I forget what year it is right now. So 4 years from now, if they fucking
Drury
suck,
won't be here in 5 years. It's not going to matter. So keep going.
Then we don't lose the pick. So who cares? It becomes the next year's problem or whatever it is.
It'll become the next schmo's problem. Platonic Glass when he's the next GM.
But we got back for the fuck is his name now? Now you made me laugh. So I fucking Borgen. We traded Borgen over to Boston, got back a second-round pick and a conditional third.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, the way that I look at this is we traded back from the first round of 2030 to the second round of 2028.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking at worst 30 picks?
No, the second round pick's in 27. The third round pick.
Right, no, I'm saying
pick is
28.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's a closer pick. So there's value in the fact that it's a pick that we're going to have 3 more years of.
Mm-hmm.
in our lifetimes
Yeah.
than the pick that's in 2030.
Right.
So there's value there, but you're trading back from a first round pick to a second round pick, paying an extra $1 million to get a better player that also fits this team by having it on the left side. I do not own a Will Borgen jersey, and I don't own a Schneider one. I own 41 jerseys.
Robbie, I'm not saying that Borgen and Schneider. My point was Borgen could have moved down to the third pair, and Schneider could have moved up to the second pair. I mean, this guy Dreezy, who, let's be fair, he's going to be 28 in.
We didn't get to this one yet.
Okay, go.
We didn't get to him yet.
But my point was is that you could put Borgen could have been on your third pair, and you could have been fine with that.
They didn't like it. He doesn't move the puck enough. That's literally what Sullivan said. He wanted better puck-moving defensemen, and the two guys that were brought in today on defense are both much better puck-moving defensemen than Will.
They're still not good. They can move the puck better, but they're still not good. They're not good defensemen.
So Vinny Trocheck, who obviously I have an affinity for, as you can tell by looking over my shoulder, was moved today. We all knew it was coming.
Right.
You know, we all, whether we liked it or didn't like it, except, you know, I think we all accepted it.
I thought maybe they weren't going to do it, to be honest with you.
I was starting to get closer to 50-50 that there was a chance he was staying, but I think that was more optimistic for me, thinking he was staying. I think once he hired the agent, that was it.
He didn't go anywhere where we thought he was going to go.
No, Utah. I mean, we saw Utah. You said you weren't going west. You went to the wilderness. You went to where you are flying a 3-hour flight to your closest rival.
Yeah.
Utah has the worst travel of any team in the league because they're nowhere near anybody. Vegas is the closest. Vegas, I think, is an hour and a half flight. That's the closest one. So they trade Trocheck to Utah for Sean Durzi and Cole. I think it's Baudouin is how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
So he's a 20-year-old wrecking ball center. And I agree with Steve Kornianos on this because he made a comment on it. He loves Baudouin. He's probably profiling as like a true Jordan Staal type 3C, where he's going to win draws.
First round. Well, I guess that's fair.
It was a first round pick. Yeah, it was a first round pick. But I'm saying like he's
overall, but yeah.
The fact that he has 88 points in juniors this year, it's because he's 20 years old playing in juniors, which is similar to Greentree putting up insane numbers or Nathan Aspinall putting up insane numbers, in juniors right now.
Right.
You're 20 years old and you're a big dude. You're going to just overpower 15 and 16 and 17-year-olds. And that's just the way it is. But really likes the player. I really like the player, everything I've read about him. It's not like I've never seen him play. I'm going by everything I've read. And I agree with Steve Kornianos on his assessment of the player. So those are great. You get a third-round pick added in. That's fantastic. Sean Durzi, I like. People want to say he had a down year last year.
Stay healthy though, Sean. He's only played. I think he's never played 80 games. He's always hurt. He's been hurt the last 2 years. Another minus player. And a $6 million cap hit for this year and next year.
So what? You got to get over the cap hit.
I'm not going to get over
so much.
No, but Sean, you missed my point. We need to stay flexible. If a star player becomes available, you got to be able to acquire them. You can't be tying money up in these shit players.
This is not a rebuild. This was a retool. They are trying to win.
A rebuild. I'm not talking about.
They are not sitting here. They're not doing the next summer of LeBron, where let's move everything out of the way and pray that Connor McDavid will bless us with his presence. They're not doing that.
Sean Durzi. Sean has been on 3 teams. He's going to be 28 in October. He's already been on 3 teams. This is his third team.
Right.
This will be his third team.
So he got hurt 2 years ago. He played 60 games.
He played 60 games this year.
Right. I don't know what his injury was this year.
Mm-hmm.
This was his best season for his time played. He averaged 1.3 points per 60 minutes, which is way more than he's ever averaged at any point in his career. So for people who want to sit there and say that he was really good with LA in his first year with Arizona when he put up 41 points, that was at 0.87 points per 60 minutes. He just played a lot more minutes. He played 3 minutes a game on the power play back then instead of 1 minute 15 on the power play this past season.
He's going to play none now.
He's going to probably quarterback power play too, which is fine. He used to quarterback the first power play for LA and when it was the last year in Arizona. So he has power play experience. We have a legitimate guy that can run the second power play right now. So the fact that he was able to average playing reduced time, he was able to average 1.3 points per 60 minutes, to me is excellent. Mm-hmm. So we will see, again, taking a chance. Listen, I wanted more for Trocheck. I think we all wanted more for Trocheck. I think we all, based off what Drury's ask was, what they got back, to me, is better than a first-round pick in Strammel still. It's not getting Yurov, but I don't think that player wasn't on the table. Or Drury would have pulled the trigger on a trade like that. Mm-hmm. It didn't happen.
Right.
So if this is the deal that he got, like I said, to me, this deal, getting back Jersey, who's 27, he's going to be 28. He's still 27. He's going to step in next year, for the next 2 years and play on our second pair on the right side and be the second power play quarterback. And he's a high motor guy, which I like. I want to see that. To me, it reminds me of Torrey Krug. He's that type of player, 6'1", 200 pounds. So he's not small. He's not the fastest guy in the league, but I actually looked up his edge stats. He's like just outside the top 10 for defensemen as far as speed.
Okay.
So another guy who is good size, is fast, he's played in the postseason, he's run a power play, he brings a lot to the table. And I'm sure he's got, he's another guy who's got a chip on his shoulder that has a lot to prove. He's playing for a contract in 2 years. I'm sure you're going to get the absolute best out of this guy.
Okay. I don't know what I really wish I could give you.
And it's Jersey. That's how you pronounce it.
All right, whatever. I don't know. Just very lackluster. Just nobody that really moves the needle. It's mostly guys that you're hoping and praying again, question mark guys, reclamation guys who have been injured in the past. I just nothing that you could really sink your teeth into. They're just changes for sake of making changes. Did they get slightly better? Maybe, but I'll believe it when I see it. These are guys that are, I don't know. I just nothing to me. Can't get excited about anything they did today. It's all okay. We'll see what happens.
Is a 40 when healthy? He's a 40-point right-handed shot defenseman who's about to turn 28, and he's making $6 million, not $10 million.
He's not scoring 40 points here because he's going to barely get any power play time because power play 1 stays on for 1 minute and 50 seconds. He's not even going to get close to that. He's just not going to put up those numbers. So, I mean, if you can move the puck and get the puck out of the zone and that's all they care about, then that's fine. But, again, what is this about? Is this about getting us to a cup, or is this about getting us just to make the playoffs? Because these guys, as presently constituted, maybe you're a playoff team. I mean, that's really it. I don't think you're that much better. I mean, the only saving grace, I'm going to be honest with you, the only reason I'm not completely disgusted is that what they got Dorofeyev. I mean, other than that, I don't think that this is a absolute needle moving off season by any means. I think it's a lateral to slightly above lateral moves. You didn't get better in your top 6, which is what you really needed. Yeah. Other than you got Dorofeyev, but you got Panarin last year. And to be fair, Panarin's going to put up more points than Dorofeyev, right? Panarin's capable of putting up 37 goals. He's also capable of putting up 70 assists. Dorofeyev's not putting up 70 assists. So how did you get better from Panarin? You didn't. So you didn't improve there. You bring in a guy, a reclamation project based off of a 12-goal season on a very good team. And I mean, if he scores 40 goals, you can't keep him. And if he doesn't, he's gone. I mean, he really didn't. I don't know. There's nothing about what they've done. They're better than they were to end the season, but they're not. I don't think they've moved ahead of anybody. I think they're not a basement team, but they're a borderline playoff team with this group. borderline playoff team.
So I think their defense has improved so much, and they've improved the backup goaltending. So we're not going to have issues when our goaltender plays.
I thought Quick was fine last year.
He was terrible last year.
He was shot last year. Not to start the season. He was bad when Igor got hurt, but he wasn't bad to start the season.
Yes, he was. He was shot.
I have to go back and look at his numbers.
They lost
you're going to blame really blame him last season.
No, the defense wasn't good either. And so they went out and addressed it. They got an entire new second pair.
It's Marcus Pettersson. They gave him away for nothing. What does that tell you? They gave him away. They dumped him.
They got a first-round pick for him.
In 5 years.
It's still a first-round pick. It's still a first-round pick. You can't say they gave it. Giving away for a seventh-round pick is for nothing.
It's a salary dump.
Not a first-round pick is not a salary dump.
5 years from now, it's a salary dump.
That's not fair.
Because there's no thing to say either of those GMs are even going to be in that position in 5 years.
But what does that? What does that matter?
Doing this for salary cap flexibility and to be able to do it now.
Yeah, they're tanking. They're tanking.
They're doing that now. He's not good. He's okay. He's a Sullivan butt buddy. I mean, that's really what he is. Call it what it is.
Sullivan butt buddy.
I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, I shouldn't have said that, but I'm just saying he's a Sullivan crony. And the other guy's essentially, if he was that good, why is Utah, who's trying to build something, dumping him?
Came from Vancouver. Oh, Jersey, you mean?
Yeah.
They got Sergachev and was it Simashev? What's his name?
Who? I don't know. This is not.
No, they had a kid that they picked 6th overall who's ready to step in and play. So that's what happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just like EJ Emery is going to probably step in for Sean Dursey at some point and play.
Utah
and Albert Smith is going to step in for somebody and play.
Brian, come on. Dursey does not excite you. If Dursey excites you, and you're getting all giddy over this guy, then we are in really bad shape. If that guy is going to excite you,
it's not the one player that excites me. It's the fact that you look at the core
he's not
of
a
that
second pair guy, Sean.
Yes, he is. He was a first pair guy before this
on a bad team.
About LA was bad.
That was right after they won the cup, right? When they started going downhill.
No, he's 26. He's not 42. Not Jonathan Quick's age. I don't get me wrong.
It just to me that
I love you and I know you, and I knew that you would
zero excitement
everything
about
today.
any of these guys, and you're going to see it.
Okay.
I guess who have I been wrong with other than Trocheck? And Trocheck again, I'm telling you, we're going to see he's not going to score the points he was with on the heels of Panarin, which we've all saw.
Where was his last year there? $22-23.
We got this package for a 33-year-old center. Okay. Listen, if you guys are happy about it, I'm happy for you. But when
Such a dick.
when this all blows up in our face, I'm going to be sitting here smiling.
There you go.
So, because I have not been wrong about many guys.
So Dursey was a second pair for
Panarin has made players. I mean, how many times are we going to say that? Panarin made Trocheck. He made Ryan Strome. He got them both, made them much better than both of them were. Let's be fair.
Can I just give you just a little course correction there?
Yes.
So Dursey's last year with LA, 38 points in 72 games, played 20 minutes a game. He was their second pair defenseman. The team had 104 points, so not on a bad team.
Okay, I stand corrected. Why'd they trade him?
Brant Clark,
such a great player.
Because Brant Clark was ready to step in.
Brant Clark is still trying to crack the top 6.
Brant Clark
started last year.
Brant Clark came in that year, played 9 games. He was 19 years old.
So they traded him for just to bring in a 19-year-old player.
To bring in a 20-year-old player.
Who do they trade him for?
Brent Clark had 33 points the next year and then 40
Who did
points
they
last
trade him?
year.
Who did they trade him for?
They got a second-round pick from
Second-round
Utah.
pick for a top 4 defenseman.
Yeah. They also had to pay him. Clearly, they weren't going to pay him.
You're not going to try to convince me that this guy's.
Listen, this is not getting Nikishin. We would have all done a dance outside if he was able to get Nikishin
Right.
to Trocheck.
Again,
It didn't happen.
we took the cheap and easy way out.
It's not the cheap Nikishin.
It is the cheap and easy way out. Even
So-
Dorofeyev was for draft picks. Again, we have still not made a
What do you-
significant hockey move.
But why does that
Not trade.
bother you so much? Because
Because all
in
he's doing
essence,
is trading draft picks.
no, because in
All he's
essence,
doing.
in essence, he traded
And he
Borgen
will
for
give you that.
Pedersen. He traded Borgen for Pedersen. He got a third team involved. It's literally what happened. The trades were made within 2 minutes of each other. So one trade doesn't happen without the other. So it's essentially a three-team trade. If this was the NBA, which does 3, 4, and 5 and 10-team trades all the time,
Right.
we very rarely see them in hockey unless there's someone's eating, a percentage of cap, which you can't do anymore.
Do you agree that this team is a border not even like we're like on the periphery of making the playoffs still. This is not a playoff team.
No, because here's where I put a lot more stock into what I saw the last 20 games than you do.
No.
So the last 20 games of the year never happened.
Tell me right now, when
That's fine.
Lafreniere starts the season with no goals, 4 assists, playing 20 minutes a night, I want to hear everybody say,
I will.
whoa, we should have traded him. Oh.
I'll eat all the crow in the world. I'll eat all of it. And the same if Perot doesn't put up the same type of numbers he put up. Because I'm relying on those two guys not only to do what they did, but to take another step forward, especially Perot, who's only 20 years old. So I expect him to take another step forward. I expect Lafreniere.
I'm also not going to shit all over Perot. He's 20 years old. Not a guy that's been in the league now for 7 years. I'm not a Lafreniere guy either. So I wanted him gone. They should have traded him 3 years ago. They're gonna rue the day, but that's another thing. He's just so fucking afraid to trade anybody. But when their value's at their peak, that's when you trade somebody. You don't trade it when it's down here, because now look what they got. They got a second-round pick, two third-round picks for Kakko. In essence, now, right?
Right.
For its top 2 pick, you got a second, a conditional second, and a third for a second overall guy, because you waited too fucking long to trade him.
So they should have traded him a year into his career.
They should have traded him 2 years into his career, or more so, he shouldn't have played his first fucking year. But again, we have to play the first overall, second overall has to play. They have to play. God forbid they don't play.
If anything, the best news here was that Albert Smits is most likely not going to be on the roster to start the season. And he will play in Hartford, or whether he goes – I don't think he's going to go back to Europe. I think he said he wanted to play in North America. So he'll play in Hartford.
That's what he should play.
And Fortescue will most likely play in Hartford unless he beats out Robertson.
All of them should be playing in Hartford. All of them. I was thinking about this. There have only been 2 defensemen that have come in and play. Actually, one come in at an 18-year-old, and that was Delzato. It was even 19.
19.
He was 19.
Yeah.
So he wasn't even 18. Every other defenseman, Mark Stahl and Delzato, are the only 2 defensemen that stepped right into the NHL without playing in Hartford.
Didn't Dave Maloney?
I'm not going back that far,
Okay.
but maybe Dave Maloney did, because he was
Dave
18.
Maloney did. Yeah.
But, I mean, Shea, Lindgren, Dran Girardi, Feder Tootin, McDonough, they all played in Hartford. Why is it such a fucking problem for these guys to
Who
play?
says it is?
Well,
He said you want
this guy were penciling him into the lineup the minute he was drafted.
who? The
Fan base.
Rangers? The fan base are idiots.
I mean, have we learned nothing? I mean,
Fan base are idiots. That's why they're fans.
I know.
And us included. We're idiots.
But I'm going to be honest with you. When they passed on Chase Reed, I said the first thing that popped into my brain when they drafted him, that he's going to be in the lineup next year. They drafted him. This is Elias Anderson all over again. They are drafting this guy so he can be. How many times, Sean? How many times did they say at the draft? The most NHL ready. The most NHL ready. The most NHL ready. The most. I mean, they said it at least 10 times. 10 times. So I said, oh, I got flashbacks that this is Elias Anderson.
But we heard like when the Rangers drafted Elias Anderson, it was an overreaction to the fact that we didn't get Elias Pettersson. That's what we learned. We learned that the Rangers wanted Pettersson. They wanted Cody Glass. And when those two guys were gone, they pivoted and took Elias Anderson. This time, we've heard from everybody and their mother, and we didn't want to really listen because we all wanted Reed. I wanted Carroll's. But we heard everyone say the Rangers are really high on Smits. And we heard it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So when they took him, it wasn't a surprise.
No, it wasn't a surprise.
I told you on this show, again, I don't watch these guys play. So all I go off of is what I read, some highlights, blah, blah, blah. And I said, Chase Reed scares the shit out of me. It scared the shit out of 3 straight GMs because he was the 4th defenseman taken when everyone thought he was going to go second.
What'd you think of Rudolph going?
Rudolph, Daxon Rudolph, who I thought was going to go like 8th or 9th in the draft, and he went 4th.
That's insane.
It is insane. But what does it tell you that 3 straight teams that took defensemen?
I wonder
on Chase Reed.
But I wonder if Buffalo had taken Smits, if the Rangers would have really passed on Reed at that point.
Yeah, I don't know.
I really just think that this is a Fox. This is a Fox bias.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So.
No, because they didn't take Carroll's either, and he's a lefty. So no, I don't think that's it. I think they just this was their guy. And again, we heard it for 2 weeks. It wasn't like
he played with the man. He's still growing into his body too. Anyway.
And how impressive has he been in his interviews since he came here?
He was great. I swear, if whoever did not see the Albert Smits interview, you got to watch this. He did everything but say, if he dies, he dies.
He's Ivan Drago.
And he's Ivan Drago, 1. And two, Chris Drury must have been giddy beyond belief. This guy gave you nothing. He didn't even smile.
But answered every question.
He gave you nothing. And I have not seen a player from a different country handle the media as well as this guy had handled it ever.
And it wasn't coached.
No,
this was not rehearsed.
He just was money.
Calculated in every answer.
Poised. Just stared them down like, yeah, I'm not talking about. I'm like,
right.
Oh my God. I mean,
because you know what that does? See, here's what happens. Here's what happens. Here's the New York media, and we've seen it in every sport our whole lives.
Rocco was scared shitless in his first interview. I remember.
Kid comes in, bright-eyed, can't wipe the smile off his face no matter what you do. Super excited. Oh, I'm so excited to be here. You know, what's your favorite pizza? You know, answer every question and, you know, make themselves, they're so conscious of New York media. I want to make myself as available as I can and really get in good with them so they don't crush me when I'm not playing well and all that shit. And what happens is, it's like you look at Matthew Schaefer on the other end, right? With the Islanders. It's like you're almost just waiting for him to have a DUI because no one's this perfect.
Right.
And the New York media salivates waiting to take that guy down. They put you on the pedestal and they wait to knock you down and then build you back up because those are news stories. Yeah. That's what the media is dying to do.
Yeah.
And so what happens is when you make yourself too available to the media, they feel every time they need something, they can go to you. And they're waiting for you to give them something. So Smits, day one, when there was something you want to discuss, said, I'm not going to talk about that.
Right.
Like he was 35 years old talking about whether, you know, like he was Vinny Trocheck at 33, you know, not wanting to talk about whether he was going to be traded or this, you know what I mean? And it was so calculated what he was willing to talk about, what he wasn't going to talk about. He answered every other question. Some of them were 2-word answers. Yeah. How many languages do you speak? 3. He didn't say which 3. 3.
Who called you? Who called you to congratulate you when you came? I'll keep that to myself. Something along those lines.
But it's
just like gave them nothing.
Chris and they weren't coached answers.
He had to been wetting himself with joy.
And this is the type of kid who doesn't seem like he will get caught up in all that New York City has to offer.
No.
This is a kid who seems like he's going to live in the ice and live in the gym and live a pretty quiet Westchester, Greenwich, Connecticut life.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'll post that one.
Eddie's good. Eddie's on fire tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally think, like, I obviously
Eddie,
don't know.
Eddie, she's no Emily Kaplan.
I will say this. I mean, we don't know. I don't know if anyone saw this on Twitter, and if you have, you can convey this to us. Is Drury planning on saying anything about anything? I mean, have we heard that? Because usually these GMs do not talk until they're,
until they're done.
They're pretty much done.
So there you go.
I don't know, but I don't know if he spoke last year. Does anyone remember? I don't. I don't know.
Well, he told Vince and everybody he was going to speak after the free agency. So that doesn't necessarily mean today, because they asked him if he was going to talk after the draft, and he said that he was going to talk after free agency.
I just heard that it was declined, that he declined to speak to the media.
No, he said he was going to talk after free agency.
So you heard that? And
yes.
Take it for what it was.
Vince
I do not foresee anything major after this. I just don't think they
I wonder how far apart they are in negotiations with Schneider. Now, is this a situation where they're content on bridging him and doing the Ryan Lindgren thing, where they sign him, on the night before camp opens, and they're not going to worry about it? And if it gets offer sheeted, so be it. We take our money and go elsewhere. I don't know. I mean, all of a sudden, we have a pretty good farm system now. So they have assets if they did want to look to make, some sort of a big deal.
I don't know if they have the cap space to do anything.
They have $6 million in cap space right now.
Yeah, they still got to sign Schneider.
Well, I'm saying if they chose, if someone offers you,
Taylor Radish on the line in the lineup, you
yes.
got to think that he's gone, right?
I don't know, unless he's going to play on the fourth line.
That was another stupid signing too.
Ville Heinola signed with the Vegas Golden Knights for the.
Listen, to me, Laine would have at least I think short term would have made a lot of sense. I don't know where he's looking to go. I haven't heard anything about Laine today, but it seems like a lot of those older veterans, Kane, Laine, Tarasenko, actually, Obi's not going to sign with anybody else, but those guys we have, Laine, like I said, other than Zuccarello, right? Giroux's still out there.
I can't believe Zuccarello signed for $1 million.
He's going to get $5 million in bonuses because he's over 35. So $4 or $5 million in bonuses I saw.
But that goes on to next year.
That makes next year, which I don't like doing that. We did that with we do that with Shani, and that wound up burning us.
Yeah,
Shanahan, because then the guy's gone, and then you're stuck with that freaking dead cap space. All those guys, I haven't heard anything about them. So I don't know. They're probably going to see where the dust settles, and then kind of go from there.
Right.
You know what it is, Sean. Like I said, I mean,
and the cap's going to go. Also, hear this part out. The cap's going up another $10 million next year.
Mm-hmm.
Next year,
you look at their numbers. They have a lot of RFAs next year. A lot.
Cooley, Ty Cartier, Laba, Hemelash, Perreault are the RFAs next year. Everybody else on this team is signed. All the big ticket guys are signed.
But that's the issue too. The big ticket guys are.
But you talk about them having the cap flexibility if Austin Matthews shakes free next year, if Connor McDavid shakes free next year. You have Bjorkstrand's 4.5 coming off the books. You have Cooley's $4 million coming off the books. Radish's 1.5. Cartier's 1.5. Korpisalo you could move easily for $3 million in the last year of his contract. Like all of a sudden, they're back up to $20 million in cap space to do whatever the fuck they need to do. Obviously, they know Matthews is not being moved this year. You know McDavid's not being moved this year. Zach Werenski wasn't coming here.
Yeah. I guess it's a stopgap. It is a stopgap move for now.
But everybody's of age.
Yeah.
Nobody's old. The oldest guy our oldest defenseman is Gavrikov at 30. Him and Pedersen are both 30. Jersey's 27.
Morgan wasn't old. He was 29.
I didn't say he was old, but I'm
Oh.
saying like our defensive core can stick together for 2-3 years.
Pedersen's not 30.
He's 30.
Oh.
I said him and Gavrikov are both 30.
36. Yeah, 36 million, but you only have 12 guys under contract. 13 guys under contract for next year.
And how many kids that are now going to be 20 that are going to be a year older that are pushing for jobs?
Cooley's going to play on the second line because you signed a 12 goal scorer to play in your top six.
I still think that there's another guy coming. Whether that's, Sean's got to bust up for me saying this. Whether it's Patrick Kane, whether it's Line A, who else is out there? Out of that ilk, Tarasenko.
If they do it, it's going to be a trade.
Could
but
be.
I thought they were going to trade Schneider in that move. Like I said, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just, to me, also four forwards signed. Yeah, 4 forwards. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I want to be positive, Sean, but I just feel like we've seen. I want to be.
Don't.
I really do. I just feel like we've seen this before with these type of moves. I just feel like we've seen this. We've seen
what
this
was
story.
out there. What was out there?
I mean, so you just make trades for the sake of making them?
No, they got better.
They got better. I mean, they definitely got their prospect pool got better. I mean, we're going to see what happens with this Cole Bugnon. You know, we're going to see what happens with him. I mean, again, he's not protected.
Bodine.
He's protected. Bodine, is that pronounce it?
They get Jethro Bodine.
Okay. I mean, obviously, yeah, they'll be a bit better, Eddie. You're right. They'll be a bit better. It's not like, you got people telling me, oh my God, they reinvented their defense. Oh, they're going to be the Iron Curtain. They're going to be the Soviet Union. You got Fetisov back there. You got, who else? Larionov's playing defense. I mean, you got everybody back.
When you have time, go through and look at some of the better teams' second pairing, the top fours. Mm-hmm. Go look at the top fours of some of the better teams.
Vegas is top 4.
I get that. To me, that's the best one.
That's the best one.
And that their second pairing makes $18 million.
And they have a cup.
4 years ago, they lost last year.
They still made it back. They've still been there twice more than we've been in the last.
I'm not disagreeing, but you know what? That cost them Dorofeyev. Rasmus Anderson cost them Dorofeyev. That's what they chose. They chose.
You have Eichel, and you have Eichel, and you have Sorn. No, Robbie. I always look to complain. Listen, I'm surprised Ryan Reeves didn't come back. Still time. The fact that they said a 28 pick tells you that they aren't sure.
No, Brian.
No, I don't really think they're going to be good next year.
I don't. And the reason that they kept the 2027 pick is, God forbid, they don't make it.
Yeah.
The first 4 players in next year's draft would have all been the first player overall this year. The 4th pick of next year's draft would have gone first overall. He's better than McKenna. That's how good next year's draft is. I
personally think that they're maybe listen. They're hoping they're going to be better, but I honestly think, Sean, that they don't know. I mean, they don't know. I mean, this is. I mean, look. I mean, let's put it this way. People praised Nashville when they got Marchessault, when they got Stamkos, when they got Brady Shea, when they made all those moves. Big ticket items were awful.
Big ticket items. We didn't do big ticket items. We got guys to fill roles.
We did the opposite. We got bargain basement guys.
It's not bargain
guys
basement.
That people didn't want. Yeah,
you had to give up a first round pick for Pedersen. Well, I don't care what year it's in. It's a first round pick.
That's because our GM gave up a first round pick because he won't be here when they make that pick. These are Hail Marys. You understand that right now? What he's doing, every trade he's making, he's doing the sign of the cross because he knows every step he makes digs himself a deeper hole. He doesn't care. He does not care. He doesn't care about draft capital down the road because he might not even be here in 5 years.
Then why did
What
he
does
make
care?
sure he got draft capital back for Borgen? Why didn't he try and get a player to help him now?
Well, maybe because they don't get another right shot.
I didn't hear what you said. It didn't go. It didn't come through.
Maybe they don't need another right shot defenseman. The only saving grace, and what I will agree with you with, was that if you look at it, Rampy might be done with his thumb. We're going to see, because if the guy can't fight, he shouldn't be playing in the NHL.
Correct.
Not an NHL player then. He's got to be a deterrent. If he's not a deterrent, then he shouldn't be playing. And that's why Sully, who's on my shit list, Edstrom couldn't play. Guy missed months with an injury. Couldn't play. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Gave all the excuse in the world. Meanwhile, he plays Matt Rempe with a bad thumb for 2 weeks.
What was Edstrom's injury?
Ankle, I think. Was it
Right.
an ankle?
Lower skating.
But he still, Sean, he's not a deterrent if he can't hold a stick.
No, I agree with you. He shouldn't have been playing.
Anyway, my point was the Pedersen, I don't like the player, but
Right.
it's a little bit easier pill to swallow because it's really essentially one more year than Borgen had, right?
Yes.
Borgen had 4 more years. But then again, this is this GM. He had to sign Borgen.
You will look for the rain cloud
This is my
anywhere,
point.
dude. It's
But
funny to me.
all he does is keep cleaning up messes that he's made. Have you noticed that, Sean? Nemeth cleaned up. Reeves cleaned. All he's doing is
This
cleaning
is
up
years
messes.
ago. You're talking about stuff that
Morgan's
happened
not
3
years
years, 4
ago.
years ago.
Morgan's not years ago. And we're still paying for Patrick Nemeth trade. We're still paying for that. The first second round pick that they got in this year's draft would have been almost a first round pick. But no, they traded it to get Patrick fucking Nemeth's contract off the books. So
Right.
yes, I am still going to talk about it because it's still relevant.
But what's wrong with them trading Borgen for a second and third?
Why, but what was the reason? If what changed in a year? What was it about Borgen that he liked 2 years ago that he doesn't like now? Marcus Pedersen's that much better?
Left shot. The experiment of playing them both. I don't think he.
Why can't Borgen play on the third pair?
I don't think he felt either one was worth playing on the second pair. That it didn't work. So, and we'll see what they do with Schneider. Maybe they don't like Schneider enough.
But again, all you're doing,
Right.
is you did the same exact thing. You brought in Dreezy, and he's going
Jersey.
to take minutes away from Schneider anyway. And then you're trading Schneider. You're getting another right shot back, or you playing freaking Iorio, or you're playing Brandon Morrow.
We'll see when he's done
That's
what this team looks like.
Anything of this stuff does not make sense.
I'm right now. I'm assuming that Schneider's going to be the third pairing right shot defenseman. The bottom line is he didn't feel that Borgen or Schneider earned coming into the season as a second pair D.
Okay.
Is that not the case?
No, I guess that is. I guess he was able to get what he got for Borgen. Borgen was the easier, palatable, more player to move because of the salary. He had to cut salary because of
And listen,
$10 million
unless he still loves Schneider and Schneider's going to play 20 minutes with Pedersen and Jersey's the third pair. I don't know. I don't know what their plan is.
that would make more sense.
I'm assuming that Jersey's going to play on second pair.
If that's the case, then that would make more sense
But then you're paying your third pair guy $6 million.
for 2 years.
Granted.
I mean, does it matter in the
No, it doesn't. Once they're on the team, it is what it
Does
is.
it matter? I mean, I guess it's. I don't know. I don't know what to say. So you're comfortable. So you're right with Matthew Robertson as the third pairing.
Yes, I love Robertson.
I do too.
And I'm also fine if Fortescue beats him out. I prefer Fortescue to get at least a good half year playing in Hartford. It was
I agree.
It was nice for him to get in the NHL and get a feel last year.
Right, and I think he should. I think all those guys should. And if throughout the season, if guys get hurt, because guys always get hurt,
Always.
or if somebody falls off a cliff, play wise, not literally, you have those guys in your back pocket. They were so decimated down in Hartford. They needed to bring in guys down there that could play.
You talked last year about all they had was Jackson Dorrington on D.
Yeah.
So Scanlon's Scanlon's a UFA, so he's gone. William Trudeau they traded for.
Yes.
Morrow.
Yes.
Dorrington.
Yes.
And then you're going to have whoever doesn't win jobs, whether it's Oreo.
Well, they signed that other guy, Delgazio.
Delgazio, yeah.
They signed him.
Yep. To a 2-year deal.
Yeah. Yeah. So they got him coming in.
He fought Will Cooley last year.
I saw that. I heard Lazarus was talking about that.
Yeah, that'll be fun in camp.
Yeah.
And then coming up behind them, I mean, it won't be this year, obviously, but we could talk a little bit about the draft.
Well, the other nice part about it is that guy Cole, whatever the hell, what's his last name again?
Bodine. He's going to be in Hartford.
So he's going to be in Hartford. Greentree's going to be in Hartford.
Yep.
Aspinall, Battaglia.
Yep.
All those guys are going to be in Hartford.
Carey Terrence.
That's great.
Brody Lamb.
That's great.
Dylan Rubrick.
We should look into going.
We say it every year.
Game. Let's try to do it this year.
If all these kids are playing,
all those guys are there, I think we should go because that's an incentive. I don't want to see Alex Bazile and freaking Casey Fitzgerald, and Andrew Hutchinson. I don't need to see these guys play.
Right.
But if all those guys are there, that would be. I saw Hartford play in the lockout, and Tootin was there, and Kondrachiev and Matt Gill. It was like a who's who of like Yorko Immonen was there. It was like all young. He's gone, Trey Fitzwilliams, but that's a good one. But I mean that was a fun thing because you got to see these young players, and you said, "Wow, this guy looks good," and this guy looks good. So we should try to see, or maybe if BSU does their trip, maybe we'll jump in with them.
Yeah. Adam Sikora, we're not even talking about whether he makes the team.
Himalash.
Yeah. Well, Himalash, I think he makes the team.
Yeah, because I think Sullivan loves him.
Yes. I think that's what made Edstrom expendable.
Himalash was great last year. But the difference between here's the difference between Himalash and Edstrom. He finished. Edstrom, Sean, you and I watched the first half of the season. How many breakaways and how many opportunities did Edstrom have the first 6 to 8 games of the season, and he could not finish? Right. I mean, he was fast, couldn't finish for his life, and that's the difference. Himalash gets out there, poof, 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 he's scoring left and right, and you're like, well, where the hell did this come from? And I think that's the difference.
He also had better what I call body control. When Himalash was at top speed, it's one thing to have control of the puck when you're not gliding, but when you're just, skating at a normal speed. Mm-hmm. When he was at top speed, he was still able to control his body and control the puck with a guy draped on him to be able to still do what he wanted to do, whether that was put it in the corner and go get it, whether it was, didn't he have a breakaway where a guy was on him and he still got off a backhand?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's a better athlete, and he's not 6'7", but he's 6'4". He's still huge, and he's still a kid. He's only 22, so he's going to grow up even more.
I love their bottom six. I love Laba. I love Sikora. I think Veleno's going to have. I think he's going to have a positive impact.
Cartier
is going to be good, and then, like I said, Cooley on the third line, that bottom six, that is a formidable bottom six.
So you think Bjorkstrand's playing on the second line?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
I'll go with you until
that's my opinion. I know Eddie's in the chat. He's going to get mad at us for doing line combinations, but
I think it's important to have context.
Well, that's what I would do. I mean, if you're telling me where he's playing on the depth chart, I think what they're banking on is this guy stepping in here and having a resurrection season, playing on the top six, getting big minutes. That's what they're banking on. They're rolling the dice because obviously I guess he fit their once again, their financial quote unquote.
It had nothing to do with finance.
I think they had a number they wanted to go at. I think there was a number. I think there's always a number with the Rangers. I think that's the way they do it. They acquire players based off of their salary in a lot of ways.
But they could have really gone cheap and gotten. They could have gotten Zook for the same amount of money.
They should have.
I'm just saying. I think they like the player.
Maybe Zook didn't want him.
I doubt that. I love how someone today put that Zuccarello and Panarin are reunited in LA. I'm like,
they never played together.
They never played together. Fucking idiots. There are some really stupid people that write about this game.
I know, it's bad. It's really
Go
bad.
ahead, do the lines. These new players, my head scrambled.
Please. Well, that's really the only really true exciting part about everything is at least I'll give it this. We got some fresh faces. We're not looking at the same freaking lineup day in and day out and getting sick and getting pissed off and at least it's something new.
Answer me this.
Yeah.
Because I need you to have a little bit of ray of sunshine today when it comes to Oliver Bjorkstrand.
I love Dorofeyev. You know me with the Russian hockey.
We're going to get to him and we're going to get to the draft.
I think that's also why I'm butthurt because I wanted Nikishin. I wanted wall-to-wall Russians. I wanted every Russian player. And it's funny because someone posted this. Igor started following Nikishin on Twitter or on Instagram, one of them. Okay. So I was like, that's interesting. So I don't know. Maybe Nikishin is still going to try to force his way here. I don't know where he's playing. They did say Nikishin could play as offside. So there's something, just a thing to think about. But I don't know if they're trading Schneider for another defenseman. I would be surprised. I think if they do trade him, but then again, I think what you see is what it is. I think the top six is presently constituted is what the top six is going to be when the season starts.
What does it say about Tampa, who we all agree was probably the second best team in the East, right?
Mm-hmm. Nick Paul?
No. Why? They played him on their top power play. He got 3 minutes a night on the power play.
Yeah, I don't got that. Is he a net front guy? Is he like a tipper type person?
No, he's a shot guy. He's not big.
He's not playing on this power play.
But I'm just saying, what does that say about his skill level?
I don't know. I mean, what was anyone hurt for? Well, Point has been hurt a lot this year.
But this was the whole year. He played 80 games, and so on an 80-game basis, he played 3 minutes per game on the power play.
No, that's weird. I mean, let's just think who else will be. I mean, so Point, Kucherov, Darren Radish, which is crazy to say.
Well, it's on
Peter Holland. Peter Holland's probably saying, "I got traded for this guy."
Where's my 10 million? My 10 million?
I know.
Anthony Cirelli, Brandon Hagel, Jake Gensel.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. How the hell is he playing on the top 5? I would trade Schneider for Nikishin right now. I just don't. Tell me what the plus is. What's the plus? Like who you have to trade a forward.
If it's plus next year's first, I would still do it. I think Nikishin has a chance to be that good.
Yeah, I would do that too.
Where is
picks? Well, 2 years. I traded 29 first.
Summary.
Why not? We're trading 28 and 30. So
why not? I was gonna say why not the 2035?
I'm just not confident that they're going to be that good next year, and I'm definitely afraid that they're going to trade a top 5 pick, Sean.
It would be completely.
What I would do. You can have next year's pick. It's top 10 protected. If you get the 29 first, that's what I would do. That's how you'd handle that. That's how that goes.
God, why can't
I like Nikishin? I looked at his numbers though. His playoff numbers were not good, and he did not play a ton the last 3 games of the Stanley Cup Finals. So I had heard that he was not happy with Brendamore about that, and that's kind of why he wants his way out of there.
Interesting.
So.
All right, I got to click on individual players. It's not giving me. So Gensel.
What are you looking at right now? What are you looking for?
I want to see power play time for all these guys.
Oh.
So Gensel played 4 minutes a night on the power play.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find some of the other wings. Kucherov, obviously, he probably played every minute of every power play all season.
Zach Jones with the Mammoth. Wow, Mammoth is reuniting all the ex-Rangers, huh?
So Brandon Hagel only played 2 minutes a night.
Mm-hmm. Are you a little surprised? I mean, while you're looking that up, are you a little surprised that Borgen got traded? I'm a little surprised. A little bit.
You
didn't hear his name out there at all, though. We didn't hear his name out there, to be fair. Borgen's name being traded?
No, we just all assumed it was Schneider and that they were going to have to keep Borgen.
Right.
So the fact that they were able to, because I wanted to keep Schneider over Borgen, I'd just rather keep. Yeah.
And to be fair, you and I were both Borgen. You and I were both Borgen fans, right? Would you say, is that fair to say? You and I were both Borgen.
Yeah, but I said you can't keep both. I thought they were too similar of a player.
But I thought Schneider was supposed to be a puck-moving guy, wasn't he?
I still think we've seen signs of it. It's been inconsistent, which, again, he's a 24-year-old defenseman. And as we've seen throughout history and throughout the league, defensemen sometimes take longer.
Could they afford even to acquire Nikishin? He's going to want $8 million. You're going to have. How are you going to do that now?
You move Radish. It's 1.5 right there. So now you're up to. But I'm saying right there you're up to 7.5.
I don't think you can do it.
You find a way. Oh, also, when you're talking about that they have $6 million in cap room, that's with having
how many players on the roster?
A lot. That's 13 forwards.
I don't think you're getting him. I don't think you make these other two trades or get these other two guys if you think you're getting him. That's my opinion.
13 forwards, 7D, 3 goalies.
Oh, 3
so goalies. That's 20. Yeah, so that's 23 players under contract to get that money to come to $6 million.
So it's more like 7 and change.
Right. And again, if you needed to move Radish, there's 1.5. You free up.
I'm just 5 minutes. I just don't see them. It to me, they make the other trades because they know they're not getting him. That's me.
Probably.
That's how I look at it.
No, probably.
Yeah, which is very disheartening. The point was to get younger, which they didn't do. With those.
Well, they did. Well, that's not true because Durzi's 3 years younger than Borgen. So he's 3. That's 3 years younger. Dorofeyev, I'm not counting. 9 years younger than Panarin. If you want to. Because they essentially replaced each other. Dorofeyev.
But again, this is again my problem. You couldn't score last year with Panarin. You added one guy and a question mark. You added one guy and a guy that might be able to get you 20 goals. You needed to explain to me how you're replacing 100 points. You're not. You're banking on everyone else.
I'm banking on Lafreniere and
you're getting that. That's exactly what you're doing. That is, but that's the same thing we were hoping for last year, and it didn't happen.
Well, we saw it at the end of the year. But again, those games never happened to you. That was a video game that wasn't real.
I'm just saying, like every time you bank on guys getting better, they never do. I mean, I'm just saying, like from what I've seen from this team, I had this conversation with friends this morning. They're like, "Well, why are they not leaving spaces open for young players?" I go, "Well, they're trying to make the playoffs. They're trying to. They're going to try this roster. Let's be honest. This roster is constituted as they're trying to make the playoffs.
100%.
Yeah, they're not trying to make the playoffs. So,
which again, why are you paying Igor $12 million and why are you paying Fox $9 million instead of trading them if you're not trying to make the playoffs at their age? As you've said several times on this show, no one's getting better after 30. So Igor's 30.
All right, so I'm going to give you this is just a Peter Baugh of The Athletic put out a probable lineup. Okay. Just to give you an idea of what the beat writers are thinking. Top line is the Benajad, Lafreniere, Dorofeyev. Okay. Perreault, Miller, Bjorkstrand.
Okay.
Laba, Cooley, Radish.
No, it'll be Cartier.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Cartier, Veleno, Himalash. That's your forward lineup. Gavrikov, Fox, Pedersen, Jersey, what the hell his name is. Robertson, Schneider, Shishkin, and Korpisalo.
Flip Radish and
Is not
Cartier.
That is not a great lineup.
I think it is. I think it.
Very lackluster.
I think with the way that the Metro is set up, isn't a team that they can't beat.
I'm just saying that I don't like.
Do we add up?
I wanted to read you this.
Sure.
Talk because I'm going to find it.
Do we add up on paper compared to the Florida Panthers right now? No,
I don't know. No,
not with their goalie situation.
All right,
maybe.
let's just play devil's advocate for a second. Are you better? Who are you better than right now? Are you better than Carolina? No, right?
They won the cup, so I can't say.
Are you better? Are you better than
Jersey, than Washington, than Philadelphia?
No.
I think so.
Oh, no way! Are you better than those teams?
You're
not better than Pittsburgh. You're not better than
Pittsburgh.
You're not better than Pittsburgh. You're not better than Tampa. You're not better than Toronto. You're not better.
I'm not worried about the Atlantic. I'm worried about the Metro. With the way the playoffs are set up, I'm worried about
you got to worry about both sides.
Let me worry about getting to an Eastern Conference Finals, and I'll go from there.
God, this fucking loser Met mentality. I can't take it.
Get me to an Eastern Conference Finals,
God.
and I'll. Because think about it. What did I say before this past season?
Okay, I want to read this before I forget.
Yep.
Cam Robinson, who works for Hockey References, right?
Yep.
Wrote this about Bodine. Cole Bodine is an absolute mutant in the best way. But that return feels a little light for Trocheck. True value, as reported, for 3 first-round assets at the deadline. So, though he likes Bodine, he did feel like the return was light, which I have a feeling is what's going to be the consensus. But he does like him, and I respect his opinion. I'm not gonna the Trocheck prospect. I'm not gonna sit here and shit on because I never saw the kid play. I'm gonna hope and pray that he's something. I mean, I guess at that point you just hope he can just play. If he's a third line center, he's a third line center. Even though we need top 6 talent, you take what you can get for a 33-year-old guy, as Brian said, and you kind of move on. I just don't. The Jersey part of it, just to me, is just so unappealing. That's the part of it I don't like.
You would have rather again.
I just don't like Jersey as a player.
Let me ask you. So
there's nothing about him that is.
So you would have rather would you have rathered Utah's first round pick?
Yes, I would have rather Utah's first round pick and used that and traded it for a better player. That's what I would have done.
Okay. I'm not saying it's not fair.
I mean, I'm just looking at it from what is the ultimate goal here? Is the goal to just make the playoffs? And if that's the case, then fine. Jersey and Patterson, there is a distinct possibility if everyone hits. I mean, if every guy hits the way we hope they do, well, then there's a distinct possibility this team can make the playoffs. But again, there's also a distinct possibility that, Marcus Pettersson's going to be 31. These guys start slowing down, and there's no guarantee Miller's healthy this year. There's no guarantee Zibanejad's healthy this year. You have an older club. I mean, you needed more.
That going in.
You needed more, but you needed more. That's my point. You needed guys that were going to be able to help them. I mean, top end players. Granted, those guys weren't there.
Dorfey was there. That they got one. 35 and 37 goals back-to-back years. He's 25 years old. Like he is a legitimate sniper.
I absolutely love him as a player. It's a great trade. It was Drury's probably one of Drury's best moves as a general manager to date. We'll see what happens. This guy could, whatever. We don't know.
He also didn't get burned on the trade.
He didn't get burned on the trade.
26th overall pick and a protected pick 2 years from now.
Correct. And a third rounder, which was their last of their third round.
They had so many third round picks.
So that's not a big deal. Yeah, that wasn't the end of the world. My only thing is like I said, you still have not replaced Panarin's production.
Well, the goals he has. Not the assists.
No.
Not the assists.
And you couldn't score less.
But that's the thing is we're all banking on Perreault and Lafreniere taking steps forward.
man, that is a tall order.
Especially Perot, since that's really the position that Perot's stepping into is Panarin's.
Correct.
So is he going to put up 70 assists like Panarin? No, that's unrealistic for anyone to think.
Well,
Can he put up 45?
What are realistic numbers for those two guys this year?
If
realistically, I don't tell me put Lafreniere.
No.
What's a realistic?
I'm being realistic with you, where I think that there's a chance if he plays on the first power play the entire season, and that was going to be my bet for the year with you, is that he would have 70 plus points this year, Lafreniere. If he plays on PP1, if he gets full power play time, like he should, like he earned at the end of last season, I think he's going to put up 70 plus points.
On the top power play, not Lafreniere.
Listen, if it wins some games, I don't give a shit.
But Sean, again, all you're doing,
it's a different role.
If they do that, all they're doing is shooting themselves in the foot again.
Because
Lafreniere traded him.
Lafreniere is going to play the net front, which is where he played at the end of last season. Bjorkstrand doesn't play the net front.
No. And I'll tell you right now,
that first power play is already decided.
I'm going to say this. This is the first time they have a pure shooter in a very, very long time. Like Brassard was a shooter.
Mika's a pure shooter.
Gaborik. Mika passes up the shot a lot. This guy's not passing up a shot.
41 goals in 57 games is not passing up the shot.
That was 1 year. How many times have we seen him?
Because he tried to get his best friend the Ranger all-time record.
We've seen him pass up many times, pass up a shot in the slot to pass it off to the side. Don't go there now, because you know it's true. This guy is going to shoot the puck. There's no bones about it. He gets it, he's blasting it, which is even better for Mika because that frees him up on the other side.
Goalies can't cheat.
Correct.
Goalies can't cheat, which they have done for years because of the whole four righty system.
Mika's going to have a career year. I think he's going to put up 80 points.
Dorofeyev he had 80 points last year. Mika.
Did he? I thought he had 70 something. Yeah. Oh shit! Did he have 80 points this year? Oh wow, that's impressive. Then I didn't think he had that many.
JT Miller being healthy is going to be. Obviously Igor, Miller, Zibanejad. Zibanejad's usually always healthy, so I never really worried about him.
Mm-hmm.
Fox. Those guys have to stay healthy for this team to be what I think it can be. Like I said, when we go up and down the Metro, and you tell me Pittsburgh's better. Pittsburgh doesn't have Fox. Erik Karlsson's Fox now. Erik Karlsson at this age is Adam Fox.
No,
they don't have Igor. Yeah, they have Crosby and Gino. You still give them their credit. Crosby's still a top 10 center in the league. Gino, when he's healthy, is he's still productive. I don't think Gino is better than JT Miller at this point in their careers. But obviously Zibanejad is not Sidney Crosby.
What I wanted to ask you was how bad was the market like that the Rangers would bring in Marcus Pettersson for 5 more years? Like, is Marcus Pettersson, is he much better than Mario Ferraro?
I don't know. You guys all hate Mario Ferraro. So
but now I'm using him as an example. Mario Ferraro's 27. He signed 3 years at $4 million.
Right.
Is this just a Sullivan, like, bring my guy here?
Well, they're totally different types of players. Ferraro's undersized.
Yeah, but it's not like Pettersson plays big.
He does. He's physical. He's very physical. Again, that's why he takes penalties, because he
also gets hit a lot.
He's very physical.
I saw the metrics on him. He gets hit more than any player in the NHL.
Because he puts himself in harm's way. Right, he's not a bitch.
You actually like that move? I mean, honestly, take off the rose-colored glasses.
No, I'm taking off the rose-colored glasses. He's not.
He really like that trade.
He wouldn't be my first choice. No,
he wouldn't be my 50th choice.
But again, I think we all got set up wanting Nikishin, and we all went to bed thinking there's a chance Nikishin's going to be our second pair left-handed defenseman.
I think that's really what it comes down to.
Or that within 2 years, Gavrikov would slide down to the second D, and Nikishin would be, our top guy. So yeah, did all of us think that? Sure. But once the dust settled on a trade, and you realize what they really did, it was swapping Borgen for him. To me, that made them better. and they didn't have to really give anything up to get there. And that, to me, that's a good
And now they're
move.
saddled with another guy with an
I don't care about saddled.
Well,
I don't care about
I
saddled
care about that, Sean.
because it doesn't bother me.
Why? How can I
Because
not?
the cap is going to keep going up and up, and this is
worrying
$5
about
million.
the cap. I'm not
He
worrying
makes
about the
$5
cap.
million.
He's not good. He's not good. I don't give a shit about the cap. The cap's not the problem.
See,
Problem
there's
is,
there's
if
a
you
difference.
want to win a cup, is this guy? If this team is not ready, is this guy going to help you win a cup in 3 years? Yes or no?
I don't see why he can't.
He's going to be 33, almost
Okay.
34 years old.
Okay.
This guy's going to help you win a cup at that age.
Our
6'5",
window to win with Igor is the next 3 years. So I'm not worried about anything after that.
So you're telling me, you are confident? You are confident that this guy and Dreezy are going to be able to
Dreezy.
help you win a cup in the next 3 years? That is a second pair. That second pair is a cup contending second pair. Do you think that they can win a cup with those two guys in your second pair?
I got to see it. I got to see how they play. I don't even know if they're playing together. This is our assumption 6 hours after the trade's been made. Mark my words, is not what happens.
I know. Well,
Mark my words, Lafreniere and Perot are going to put up good numbers. So mark my words.
mark your words. I'm gonna remember that. You already said Lafreniere's putting up 80 points.
I said if he plays PP1 all year.
He's gonna play.
I said 70. I didn't say 80. I said 70.
70? Okay.
I said he will put up 70 points if he plays.
I got to get Post-its and put them up on this column here.
Yeah,
Of all the bets we have.
you'll look like more of a psychopath than you already are, having posted like a serial killer.
Only if I start having lines.
He's gonna have news clippings.
It's gonna be like what is it? A Beautiful Mind? Have all this shit on the walls.
Lafreniere had 4 points. He's got the news clipping from Tom Rock on the Newsday clipping.
You know what
posted
I
on
think
the
it
wall.
also boils down to, and Robbie, you'll like this one because he says I can play all the time. I just feel like we've seen this time and time and time again with these guys. They bring in these guys and they just never work. They just never work. And it's just so frustrating that, I mean, they brought in Will Borgen and they've signed him to a 5-year deal. And we were both okay with it. It's like, well, we said, well, all right, well, Borgen's going to be their third pairing defenseman down the road. It's going to be fine. And within a year and a half, he's gone. So, I mean, but it
didn't cost him.
I understand that. But my point is what does this guy know what he's doing? I mean, it doesn't concern you, Sean, at all that we bring in Patrick Nemeth, he's gone in a year. We bring in Will Borgen, he's gone in a year and a half. We bring in this guy, he's gone. We bring in that guy, he's gone. Nobody lasts. Nobody stays. Even Trocheck was gone in a.
It's a cap league.
You said yourself.
But look around the league. You don't think that other teams? You see this with 30 other teams
signing guys to 3 and 4 year contracts, and then they're gone within a year and a half.
Yeah.
A year and a half, signing a guy to a 3-year deal, and he's gone a year later?
How many years does Brady Tkachuk have left on his deal? He got traded. How many years does Zach Werenski have left on his deal?
They don't want to be there. They don't want to be there. These guys want to be here. Werenski, that's my other point. They love bringing in these losers from losing organizations. It's so much fun bringing in these guys. I mean, Marcus Pettersson.
That's all Florida did. They got a cup.
He was on a shit friggin' Pittsburgh team, but those guys were young. They didn't bring in a 31-year-old.
Who?
Reinhart was young. Forsling was young. Verhaeghe was young.
They all came from shit organizations.
But they all were young. Not a 31-year-old. Not a 29-year-old. That's my point. They bring in these losers, these guys from losing organizations. And I'm not just talking losing in the sense where they're organizations where players don't even want to go. Carolina won a cup. John Carlson still hasn't signed there. He just won a cup. Mikko Rantanen didn't want to play there. Cancel didn't want to play there. How many other guys don't want to play in these losing organizations? Teams won a cup. These guys still don't want to play there.
There are certain places around the league that are desirable and for different reasons. I mean, Zach Werenski turned down Dallas. Talk about a tax-free state for a contender.
That's weird.
Well,
he knows he needs to go through Minnesota, Colorado and Vegas to possibly win.
If you just came off back-to-back 80-point seasons, you think of yourself as being.
Why would he want to go to Toronto?
Yeah,
I know he's friends with Austin Matthews,
so that's why.
But that is balls.
But that's why.
These guys want to go to big cities, big markets.
No, people are going the other way. They want to go to fucking Parkland, Florida, Sunrise, Florida.
That's true. Well, that's a different story because that's the new new hockey hothead. Hockey.
Tampa, Nashville, Vegas. They don't want to go. They don't want to go to big cities.
All places where they can hide. That's
you said it the other day. The Russians. They're the only ones who want to come to the big cities,
right? Well, Elliott said it on his thing. He goes, Nikisha would play here. Like there are places he doesn't want to go.
Right.
So maybe he signs a 1-year deal. You revisit it next year. I just think I don't know what they wanted for Nikishin. That I would love to know who did they want? Who did they want? They want Perot?
I thought they wanted Trocheck.
I think they wanted another young player, but what does Carolina need? They don't have anyone in their farm system. Did they want Liam Greentree? Did they want EJ? I'm just saying, I know they wanted a player, but the Rangers, they wanted a player from the Rangers. Well, who did you want? You want Schneider? I'm sure they would have made that trade. I'm sure they would have given up Schneider for him. But did they want Schneider plus? What did they want? That's what I want to know. What did they want?
I thought we heard 2 weeks ago that they made an offer for Trocheck at the deadline, and that they were still.
They didn't offer Nikishin though.
No, but I'm saying that Trocheck was a player that they wanted.
Oh, I know they did, but I heard it wasn't. I heard it was for picks. There were no players involved.
Right, but if they're set on trading Nikishin because Nikishin has told him he wants $8 million, and Trocheck's a player you wanted.
Maybe Trocheck has them on there and he's no trade. I find that hard to believe.
I find that hard to believe since he played there and enjoyed himself there.
Did he? We don't know that. He didn't re-sign there.
That's true.
Maybe he doesn't like Brendan Moore.
Maybe. That's true.
That's a possibility.
I didn't think about that.
I'm not saying it's a fact, but I'm just saying it. I don't know. I just think that I don't know. But I think what you see is what's going to be what we have going into training camp. I think pretty much this is where we stand. I think they'll sign Schneider. I don't know what they're going to give him. I'm guessing a 1-year or a 2-year deal at $5 million, 5.5, right? Maybe I don't know. I don't really even know now. I wasn't even thinking about his contract.
So it looks like the Rangers have made another signing.
Gil Godwin?
Glenn Godwin.
I know. I saw that earlier. Wasn't he the cruise director on Out to Sea with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon? Did you ever see that movie?
Yes.
Wasn't that his name? Gil Godwin?
A 2-year deal. That you would know. That I won't know.
Yeah.
But a 2-year deal for Glenn.
I saw that earlier.
Who is he?
I don't even know. I saw it. Puckpedia had it first. He had it on the thing.
I just saw it come
what does he even play? Who does he even play?
I know. I click on his name and then it disappears.
I'll look it up.
All right. So here's who's left. Let's do this real quick, and then I want to get to draft night.
Okay. I'm running out of steam here.
Yeah. So the guys who are left. Let me take RFAs off. Yeah, UFAs. You got Anthony Mantha, Patrick Kane, Claude Giroux, Marcus Johansson, Vladimir Tarasenko, Jamie Benn.
Glenn?
Yeah, Glenn Godin, something like that.
How do you spell the last name?
I'm on a different page. I've already forgotten about him. Eli Tolvanen, who was a name that we thought was going to be someone that the Rangers were looking at. My good friend and yours, Michael Bunting.
No, wow, he's still out there?
Yep. James Van Riemsdyk, Evander Kane, David Perron, Riley Smith.
Kane?
Evander Kane is out there.
Wow. Oh, that was a lot.
I thought Philip Kurashev signed. No, he did not sign. So Philip Kurashev still out there. Oscar Sundqvist, Tyson Jost, Adam Henriques. Now we're getting into, really leftover scraps of the day.
Mhm.
But I mean, Mantha, 33 goals, 64 points. Patrick Kane, 57 points, still effective, in a certain role. Eli Tolvanen was a guy that I thought was someone that the Rangers might target. A lot of people actually brought that up. He had 23 goals last year for Seattle, only 12 this year. Just didn't have as good as he's more of assists. So last year was 23 goals, 12 assists. This year was 12 goals, 24 assists. So same point total. So 41, 35, and 36 have been his point totals the last 3 years for the Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the Rangers take a flyer on him for $1 million. If that's all it's going to take. You said you got Jamie Benn out there, but I can't see Jamie Benn going anywhere else. Did you see what did Anders Lee sign for? Just curious. You're still
$3 million, 3 or 4 million. I'll look it up.
Boone Jenner signed like a 3-year, $4.5 million a year deal, didn't he?
Something like that.
He got money.
Yeah, hold on, let me look that up. Godwin's a 29-year-old.
So nothing.
His name is. He's 29, journeyman.
Huh.
Let me look that one.
So let's talk about draft night. So I went to a Ranger viewing party in the city for season ticket holders.
Mm-hmm.
Got to hang out with your friend and mine, Billy Flynn.
Yes.
So it was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Kept me and my wife very entertained for the night.
He's hilarious.
Billy can go. Billy can talk.
I thought Michael Benning signed, but it was Michael Benning.
Oh.
Keep going. So,
and here's the fun part of the night. I forgot my phone at home.
That's hilarious, dude. I have no idea how you freaking did that. I would have went home.
I was tempted to.
I would have went. How are you without a phone that night?
So it's an hour before the babies. So we had to catch a 6:00 train, or going to this event made no sense. Like, I was not going to get there and not see the Rangers pick, 5th overall. Wasn't going to happen. So my babysitter was going to be late. So she got to the house at 5:40. I was so dead set on having my phone at 100% that I had it on the charger.
Mm-hmm.
And when the babysitter got there, I grabbed my beer out of the fridge and I ran out of the house and completely forgot my phone on the charger. So not only did I not get any information on the hour-long train ride into the city, we get there, I'm not getting any information unless it's on TV, which they could give a shit about anything that's going on with the Rangers. So I'm not hearing any rumors.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear about the Dorofeyev trade until they announced it on television, which was 20 minutes after it was reported on Twitter.
I was surprised.
Can't hear you. You're too far away from your mic.
Oh, sorry. I text you right away, and
yeah.
I was like, when he didn't get back to me, I was like, is he all right? Is he alive?
So I didn't go through the what you guys all went through, where the trade was announced before the Rangers made their 5th selection, to where I think some of you thought that the Rangers were trading the 5th overall pick to get him. So the Rangers had already picked Albert Smits, and then I find out, I think it was 2 picks later. I think it was when the 7th pick was made,
mm-hmm.
That they announced the trade. And when you heard, like, holy shit, we got Dorofeyev, and then you find out what it is that they gave up, and it's great. I don't have to stay for the rest of this draft. The rest of this draft party. I don't have to sit here and wait till 26.
Mm-hmm.
Can head out and go get something to eat somewhere else. What?
The Blackhawks signed Connor Mackey.
Yeah, I saw that earlier today.
Anyway,
so that was my draft day experience. But obviously, the Dorofeyev trade is, to me, excellent.
Outstanding trade.
Like you said, you think it's the best trade that Drury has made. I haven't seen one negative. I've seen one person. Actually, I've seen one person go, they gave $11 million to someone with 65 points.
The Kipper and Bourne show kind of poured a little cold water on it. If you go back and you listen to them talk about it a little bit.
But that guy scored 12 goals in the playoffs. That guy was a demon the entire playoffs. He was leaned on. You talk about all the stars that are on that Vegas team.
Right.
They all leaned on him to score goals. He was their go-to. I mean, how many overtime winners did he have in the playoffs? 3. That guy's, as the community would say, that guy is a dog. That guy is, he goes to the net. He's not the biggest guy, but he goes to the net. He's not a perimeter. Yeah, he could score from distance. He is that good of a shot. His one-timer on the power play is excellent. He's also not a quote-unquote power play merchant, and I hated that was something that was mentioned about him because he had 20 power play goals last year.
Andres Lee's AAV was $5.4 million.
For how many years?
3-year deal. 16.2.
Wow.
On a
See, like I'd rather have Bjorkstrand at 1 year, 4.5 than get Anders
I mean,
Lee or Boone Jenner.
I don't want that. I don't want those guys.
So
yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, but getting Dorofeyev changes so much about what this team is capable of doing, because that was a big point of contention last year that you made, was they let Chris Kreider go. Where were they replacing those 35 goals? Well, now they brought in a guy to replace those 35 goals. And that's going to be big. That's going to be really big. And now you got to hope that the point production of Lafreniere is going to go up enough, added to what Perreault gives you, that's going to try and offset as much of Panarin as possible. But it's also the team's changing. This is no longer going to be a team that's going to try and score 5 goals a night and outscore you. You know, Sullivan plays a defensive first system. They invested heavily into the defense this year. Igor's their best player. They should be winning a lot of 3-2 games instead of 5-4 games. You know, they were on a President's Trophy. They still weren't great defensively. They had an excellent penalty kill and excellent power play. I still expect the special teams to be very good. All their penalty killers are there. That power play, when you look at the way the power play should be set up with Fox at the top, Miller's going to be in the bumper. You're going to have Dorofeyev and Zibanejad as the 2 flanks with one-timers.
I think
Lafreniere in front.
I agree with you 150%. I think their power play is going to be lethal.
Right.
And they're going to need it. Because I think,
and if someone's hurt, Bjorkstrand scored 9 power play goals last year. The guy could step in.
I think that's going to be the only way they score goals this year.
I think
they're going to be boom or bust on the power play. I think it's going to be power play or bust.
But again, we're not trying to play the same offensive style of hockey that we played when Panarin was here. It's a different team. It's going to be a different style. I think they're going to play way
going to
more
have
defensive.
A bounce back year because he's in a contract year, and then he'll fall off the cliff the year after. But
all right, it's a great way to live life. Just always wait for the rain cloud on the other side of the mountain.
Sean, it always does. That's the sad part.
Just wait for the rain cloud.
It always does. When it changes, I'll change.
Okay. So first pick, they select Albert Smits. I think we've beaten that one enough.
You're not going through every draft pick, are you?
No, because there's no point.
I don't think I have it in me.
The guy that I like this. So the 2 guys I really want to touch on that we drafted.
Macbeth?
Our second round pick. This guy
is his last name Macbeth?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce his last name, Macbeth?
It's Macbeth.
I fucking love that.
It's not spelled the same way as.
I don't care. It's still a Shakespeare aspect of it that you have to love.
Yeah.
No one had more ups and downs than William Shakespeare, and it completely shows the way the Rangers are. So how could you not love that?
So Macbeth has been what people would consider to be a late bloomer. He's 6'2", 190 pounds. He's going to University of Denver, I believe, which is, Matt Carl. No, that's North Dakota.
Oh, sorry. Right.
Denver's Matt Carl, the guy that every NHL team wants to sign as their head coach.
Okay. Nice.
So that's where isn't Denver where Laba played? Well, it's Colorado. Colorado was Laba. But Denver's one of the.
Isn't Denver?
No, I'm saying Colorado? It was Colorado University is where Laba played. Okay. Yes.
All right.
So he's going to play University of Denver under Matt Carl. He was one of the highest risers over the last year. He got his way into the second round. That's a little later than some of the people thought he would go. I haven't seen one person not list this as one of the best picks in the draft.
Including Steve Korianos, who hates all our picks.
Loved him. Loved him. So Korianos loved Macbeth, and he loved the forward we took in the 4th round Thomas Cherenko.
Cherenko, yeah. Heard about him.
Cherenko. 5'11", 172 pounds. Center. Probably will play wing in the pros.
Mm-hmm.
But is just he's a burner speed-wise, great hands, great passing ability, and an absolute accurate cannon of a shot. Why he fell? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't play any defense whatsoever. Maybe they feel he's too small. Again, it's 5'11", 180 pounds. He's not, he's not 5'9".
Mm-hmm.
He's bigger than Vigo Bjork.
I know somebody that loved him.
Oh, Cornianos had him in the first round.
Well, that was him, but I know someone else.
Who?
Our other friend who was a big Pavel Dorofeyev fan.
Oh, Stat Boy?
Oh, yeah. Pavel Dorofeyev. He must have mentioned that guy 100 times.
1,000 times.
Great. Him and Drew Weyer were smiling. They were probably arm in arm doing the dance of joy from Perfect Strangers.
I wouldn't be surprised if Stat Boy's already got a Dorofeyev jersey.
Does. Well, now that Trocheck's gone, he can wear 16 now.
Yeah. You saw that they already had him as 16 on the Rangers website. That's so fucked up.
That's so fucked up.
Oh, so that happens when you let the interns run social media for this team.
Yep.
Terrible. But the fact that they gave that was my comment today. They gave a thank you and good luck thing on social media today to Connor Sheary.
I saw that.
I thought that was nuts.
Unbelievable. Oh yeah, I just pulled it up. That's nuts.
Yeah. Thank you to Connor Sheary. Insane. All right. Anything else you want to touch on?
No,
you have any draft day story?
I was, like I said, I was very when I didn't hear from you, and I'm like, I hope he's alive. And I was like, how is he not answering me back after this? And it was funny because, like you said, like you had your wife text my wife. You have John text me on my phone so that we could talk.
I needed to talk to somebody.
Billy was there, but
Billy, I already asked my wife to do that before Billy came over.
Oh, okay. But it was, I was not, so my only story is this is really simple. So my wife puts the girls to bed. I go, can you put the girls to bed tonight? I really want to watch this. I said, they have a very early pick. And she's like, all right. She goes, are we going to watch? Because we've been binging Lioness. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if you watched it yet. So we've been binging Lioness, and because the new season's coming out in August, I said, let's watch it. And she's like, do you think we're gonna be able to watch any episodes tonight? I said, like your deal. I said, the Rangers have the 5th pick and they have the 26th pick. If they trade the 26th pick, we can watch it, and I'll just follow it from my phone.
Right.
I don't need to watch it from there. So when the trade went down, I started laughing, and because she came out, and I said, we can watch Lioness in about 30 minutes when the Rangers make this pick, their 5th overall pick, and then we can watch whatever you want. But I was shocked that it was him. Like, see, that's really the crazy part about this team in general, is that nothing gets out. Borgen didn't get out. There was nothing about. I mean, they must have been negotiating with Vegas for Dorofeyev for a while if they have an $11 million contract sitting on the table. And we also heard about Mason McTavish, which I honestly think if they had gotten him and Dorofeyev, I would have been fine with the offseason. I would have been like, all right, good. I'm good. I don't need anybody else.
Right.
Obviously, you obviously would have needed. I would have preferred a better left shot defenseman, but from up front, I would been fine with those two guys. I'd be like, all right, good. We got a 23-year-old and a 25-year-old. They're young, they're hungry. Let's go. But obviously that didn't work out. I also had heard. I don't know if you saw this. They talked about this on the draft floor, that Zellweger was supposed to be part of that St. Louis trade with Anaheim, with the Rangers. And when he went to Buffalo, Friedman, then this when Friedman said that trade kind of fell apart. So I really don't know what they were offering. I don't know if it was Schneider. Someone had said Schneider was going. So that's interesting. That's an interesting part of it. If Zellweger and McTavish are here, how would you feel if they had Dorofeyev, McTavish, Zellweger instead of Bjorkstrand, and Pedersen.
Zellweger a lefty or righty?
I think he's a lefty.
Wow.
I mean, that would make sense if he was. I mean,
So
why would
Zellweger? I mean, don't get me wrong. He is a flashy and like you notice him on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's got the puck. He's an exciting player to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he. I mean, obviously, clearly, he didn't do it for Anaheim as far as his ability to play defense, and that's why he was moved, and he was moved for a second-round pick. You know, Buffalo has so many. I mean, Buffalo's a team of trees walking around on defense, so they can afford to have, you know, an undersized offensive guy, you know, to partner with one of those giants that are out there. So I don't know. I mean, I wanted McTavish. Not gonna lie, that would have been. Obviously, I'd rather have McTavish than Bjorkstrand. That's a no-brainer.
But you'd rather have Pedersen over Zellweger?
Yes, for what this team's trying to do. Yes.
So I don't agree with that, but
Zellweger can't play defense. If Zellweger is essentially a Tony DeAngelo type of player, without the snarl that this DeAngelo gave you, then how is that getting you anywhere?
Right.
If you can't defend,
I mean, you're making it out to be Marcus Pedersen being a freaking, you know.
He's very good. He's very good defensively. He's just. I don't know.
Every time I see him, he's freaking has somebody skating past him. But I don't know, maybe I'll be proven wrong, Sean. I want to see this.
You don't want them to be.
I do. I want to win a cup. I want to win a cup. If this team wins the cup, I will sit there and I will applaud every fucking one of them.
The odds of them winning, but the odds of them winning a cup.
I didn't like Jay Wells. I hated Jay Wells when they got him. I hated Randy Moller more, but I hated Jay Wells as a player. But they won us the cup. I'm clapping for Jay Wells now. I didn't like Glenn Anderson. I'm clapping for Glenn Anderson. I want to win a cup. That's what it's about. That's all it's about.
But did Carolina not just show you that it's more about the team than the sum of the parts? And it's about the opportunity. They're in a weak metro. Carolina was not. They were not the best team.
They were not.
Right. They weren't at all. They weren't even close to them. They weren't better than Buffalo.
As good as Carolina.
I don't know that.
All things being equal, they're not as good as Carolina. They're not as good as Florida. They're not as good as Tampa. There's three teams. I can't. I mean, I don't know
what makes you say that. What makes you say? I get that they won the cup. But what makes you say that they're not better than Carolina?
They don't have the offensive talent that Carolina has. They're offensively much better than we are.
I don't know about much. They had one guy hit 80 points. They had one guy. They had one guy hit 80 points.
Slavin is better than any defenseman on the Rangers.
Not this year.
They win.
Which is crazy. Which is crazy that of all years they win a cup and it was his worst year by far. Brandon Bussey's their goalie.
They don't have Jordan Stoll. I mean, goalie's the only area where they beat out Carolina. And I hate Keandre Miller too, which he's getting so much praise, and
it's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Because he made the same mistakes.
I know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I hated that he won. I wanted Vegas to win so bad. I would have rather seen Brett Howard win 2 cups than Keandre Miller win 1.
But
Sebastian, I gotta hear him on the ice. People doubted me. Shut the fuck up. You won a cup, just let it go, asshole. Freaking doing shit like that. You just won a championship. You're talking about what happened last year. You stunk. You stunk. And I'm supposed to feel sorry for you because you got traded?
Sebastian Aho led that team in scoring last year with 80 points. They're not sitting there with a 100-point guy.
No.
They had one guy hit 80.
How many guys? We had one guy hit 80?
That's it.
Well, they had, I guess all the guys just kind of came together last year. I don't know.
It's just it's taking advantage of a weak division and a weak path, just like Vegas did. Yeah. Vegas wasn't the best team in the West.
No, they took advantage of teams that were beaten up.
So then Colorado what's wrong with that? So then what's wrong with that? I said,
I still don't think that they're as good. I still don't think. I'm listen. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's play. Listen, Sean. if they start out next year in the first in the Metro, I'd be more than happy to tell you I was wrong. I was wrong about Trocheck.
All the praise.
I was. He was better than Strome. I said he wasn't as good as Strome, or he was equal to Strome.
Ryan Strome's replacement is what you call it.
He was, and he was Ryan Strome's replacement. That's truth. That's truth.
But he was an upgrade. It should have been Ryan Strome's upgrade if you wanted to give him a nickname.
True, to be fair. Ryan Strome's upgrade. We can call him that now. It makes you feel better. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, he got just as far with Trocheck as they did with Strome. Didn't take him any further.
Well, they won a President's Trophy, and he was a bigger part of the reason than Strome was.
But what I will say, though, is, Panarin had a career year. I mean, 120-point season is,
That's what you paid him for.
And both Lafreniere and Trocheck benefit from it.
And if Dorofeyev scores 50 goals, what would we say? It's what we're paying him for. We're paying him to score goals.
No, that's exactly what he is. And
if he puts up 90 points,
the only problem which concerns me, the only thing I will say is Dorofeyev needs to have the puck. Needs to have the puck. Needs to get the puck. Needs to get the puck. Let me rephrase that. I apologize. Right. I just hope.
Which is why I'd rather him play with Miller than Zibanejad.
We'll see. And he may.
I liked seeing the two kids play with Zibanejad because Zibanejad's a finisher and those two kids can pass. Miller passes. Miller's an excellent.
I don't know what. See, that's my problem with Sean with Lafreniere is he doesn't do either well. He does either.
I get it. The last
he doesn't do anything exceptional. He does things well. He doesn't do anything exceptional. Would you disagree with that? You think Lafreniere does something exceptional?
Yes.
What did he do exceptional? He doesn't skate exceptional.
Excellent. He's actually a very good skater. He's not overly fast. Excellent skater. Body control with the puck. He's excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
He makes guys miss. When he has the puck, he makes guys miss. That tells you he's a good skater.
Okay.
Does he not dangle through people?
We'll see what happens.
Answer the question. Does he not dangle through people?
No, he did. I mean, he dangled.
We've seen it
against.
I'm not talking about the one play against Detroit. He did that 5 times this year. That same move. Scored on 3 of them.
I don't remember.
You didn't watch the games. You admitted you didn't watch a lot of the games.
I didn't watch the games.
All right, so I did.
I wanted them to lose. So how can I watch games I wanted them to lose?
I'm not arguing that aspect. I'm saying that I saw it, and I saw it at the NHL level against teams fighting for playoff spots. So
there's nothing easier to do to play hockey and play any game when there's nothing to play for.
I don't think there's ever an easy time to play at Madison Square Garden, regardless of what the stakes are.
I think, to be fair, I would say most of the fans there were either there because someone gave them tickets, so they didn't care.
So real fans were there. No, that's different. That's opposite.
I don't know.
Real fans who normally couldn't afford tickets.
The passionate fans wanted them to lose.
Those buildings, I'm telling you, I went to 3 games down the stretch. I went to more games down the stretch in those last 20 games than I went to before that.
Yeah, I got it.
The place was loud. And it was loud because, again, like you said, people didn't want to go, gave their tickets away to people who wanted to be there. And those people went nuts. It's saying it how it was. Of course we're going to see how it is. Of course. But if we're not going on the back of the hockey cards for some guys, but we're not going on the back of the hockey cards for other guys.
No, you're right. I'm going to hopefully feel better about everything tomorrow. Like I did after I had a night to think about Brady when Brady didn't sign here. Tomorrow, after I had a night's sleep to think about it, maybe I'll feel differently. I don't think this team is a cup team. I think they're a borderline playoff team now. Maybe tomorrow I'll feel differently. I don't know. Right now, I just think it's a lot of disappointment because I thought that possibly that we were going to get a bigger fish than what we got.
A bigger second fish to go with Dorofeyev.
I just thought that, hearing what we heard and everything that is to walk away with what we walked away with, it's just not. impressive. It's just not. It's not sexy. I mean, maybe that's my problem.
Yeah.
I don't view the guys they got today as long-term solutions. They are band-aids, for lack of a better expression. They're stopgap people that I don't see here playing a major role for this team.
But what's wrong with that? What's wrong? Put it to you this way. Perreault, I mean, you go down the list of guys who are on this team that are going to be here for a long time. You hope, whether it's Lafreniere, Cooley, Perreault, maybe a Cartier. He's 24 years old. Maybe he's a piece. Maybe he's the Jesper Fast that's going to be here for 10 years. Who knows?
Yeah.
Which when you put the Millers and Zibanejads and those guys to the side, even Fox, who's now 28 years old, you kind of put him to the side, and you really start to think about all the young kids that they have brought in. Whether it's Greentree, it's Bodine, the draft Smiths, Macbeth. You start to really think Fortescue. You start to think of all those names. Doesn't it have value of them coming into a situation where a team's winning games, a team's going to the playoffs, a team's getting experience?
Oh, absolutely.
As opposed to them doing another bottom 5 season next year. And you're just playing out the string, waiting for the lottery, playing games that you consider to be meaningless, and whatever they do doesn't mean shit anyway.
At least next year, they have players. If they were to bottom out and not play well, they have guys they could bring up that you will at least be able to look at to say, okay, well, we'll bring up a Greentree, we'll bring up a Bodine, we'll bring up a Fortescue. We'll get to see like we did. That was the one nice part about last season. We got to see Cartier play. We got to see Fortescue play. We got to see some of these younger players, and those are the guys I'm looking at. The guys that are fresh, that are new to the team, that are fresh into the team, that haven't experienced anything like. How did they play? Because they're playing for they're I'm trying to think of the wording I want to use. They're playing for a future for this team. Where these other guys that have already been here, they've already been here, been experienced.
Perreault and Lafreniere weren't.
They already experienced. Perreault maybe. I can't say Lafreniere because he had all year. Perreault came up,
but it's a different role. But when a guy plays a completely think of a goaltender where a guy's been a backup his whole career, and then he's finally getting the chance to play as the number one. You telling me that just because the games are now meaningless, that him getting his shot as a number one goalie is not going to still be
great, right?
Well, that's my point. Lafreniere went from being a secondary player to really being like the alpha, to being the guy. He played the most minutes. He played in every offensive situation.
All right, Sean, but you do realize though now, this is it. The excuses are over.
Well, there's no one blocking him. This is his. It's his role.
The excuses are over.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear anything else.
Oh,
I don't want to hear about that. No, but Dorfeev took his job down. Yeah, he's playing now. He's getting all the play. There's always been an excuse for this guy.
Oh,
Kakko got run over by a truck. He never got a pass for nothing. They railroaded the guy.
But
this guy has gotten a pass left and right. Oh, he's being blocked. He's doing this. He's not playing here. He's not playing there. He's getting up. He's gotten a pass the entire time he's been here.
All anyone has ever said is that he never got power play time.
Did Kakko get power play time?
He sucks.
Did he? But do we know that?
But he sucks. Yes, he's playing in Seattle for 2 years now, and he still sucks.
So you're going to base Lafreniere off of a season where he hung on the coattails of Panarin.
You did.
One, and two, you're basing it off of 20 games when they were eliminated last season. That's who you're basing his career here.
I saw a complete change in how he played hockey. He went to the net, which he never did in 5 years.
Why?
His role changed.
He couldn't have went to the net with Panarin?
He didn't. For whatever reason, he didn't. Now he did. So what does it matter what the why is?
Panarin's fault.
I didn't blame Panarin. If Panarin's on your team, he should have the puck 90% of the time.
But you're saying he crashed the net. He couldn't crash the net with Panarin?
I'm saying that for whatever reason, he came back from the Olympic break and went to the net. And wouldn't you know, he's fucking deflecting pucks into the net left and right.
I hope you're wrong. I hope you're right. I do.
Now, if he shies away from the middle, because quote unquote the pressure's on, because the games count, then all right, I'll agree with you. And yes, this is
it. This is it. This is
he's 20. He's going to be 25. Correct.
And he has no draft. His draft protection. This is his last year with no draft protection, and the Rangers have to be able to move him wherever they want. So this is it. This is it. It's make or break. If he and again, I would have traded him when he was here. If he flops, if he falls, you're not getting this market. You're getting back. You're going back down what it was before. It's a very, very difficult decision.
And if he's and if he's a 70-point wing making $7 million a year,
yep, then it's a win.
It's a huge win.
It's a win.
And he's your guy. That matters too. And I'll tell you what, you know why things matter like that? I'm watching the Mets right now with a $350 million payroll, and I can't name 5 guys on the team. It's unenjoyable.
That's because you have a GM who thinks small. It's another GM that thinks small. If it wasn't for Cohen, you wouldn't have Soto either.
But that's my point is, Alonso's gone, Nimmo's gone, all these guys that I love watching play baseball are gone. So I got nothing to watch. I have no interest in watching.
Don't feel bad. The Yankees aren't much better. They lost 5 straight.
No, I'm saying it's not even wins and losses. I have no connection to anybody on the team anymore. Lafreniere being our guy matters.
See, I don't care about that.
I know you don't.
I've seen too many young players come here and fail. I love Kreider. Kreider was my guy.
Right. Same.
But Kreider, from day one, gave me something to stand up and cheer about. Lafreniere hasn't. So it takes me once you've kind of lost me, it may never come back. I may never like him. I didn't like Derek Stepan for the longest time. He lost me.
Kreider came onto a team that couldn't score goals.
And what did he do?
Scored goals.
Single-handedly carried them to the Eastern Conference Finals as a college player playing in a first play. That is what a money player is. Lafreniere is not a money player. That's the problem. And that's why I'm not a fan. And that's why they like Derek Stepan. There's a lot of guys why they were good in the regular season. They had their moments. But I want a guy that when the chips are on the table, he wants the puck, and he's the man.
He was our best forward against Florida in the Eastern Conference Finals. But that's,
Well, that's because they had 2 guys on Panarin.
Well,
that makes a difference.
Something's got to matter. We could do another half hour on this, and we're not going to. So
yes, this was fun, though.
Yep.
If what do you want to do? Are we done now? Are we at Cottage after this, or we do one more?
Unless something happens, I think we're at the Cottage. I'm on the boat. The boat's my Cottage.
Good for you.
But don't get me wrong. If something happens,
Drury last year spoke to the media the night because he signed Gavrikov and Radish day one. He spoke to the media that night, so he has not addressed the media that I know of. So that either means something else is going on, or all this stuff ended so late that he couldn't.
Right.
He couldn't do a press conference, so he might do it tomorrow. So
we'll
see what happens. If something else happens, one of us will jump on. If we both can't, and kind of go from there. All righty.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Later.
Later.